Hi and welcome, I'm Joy. This is my channel Yoga with Joy. I'm so enjoying this series. We're on day 24 of our moon series. So we're following the phases of the moon right from dark moon through to full moon to dark moon. It's a little bit more pacey than yesterday, but it's still, got the fluidity of the water. If you're following your menstrual cycle, you'll probably know by now that this is the water time of the month. It's your premenstrual time. It's gets called wise woman or high priestess, and it's quite a strong time. But really go into your feelings. Really, take time just to check in with how you're feeling at this time. It's really good. Okay, so see you in a moment on the mat. We're going to begin in seated, as most of these are. Okay, so sitting here nice and comfortable with your eyes closed. And begin to deepen the breath. So we're deepening the inhale and we're extending the exhale. Feeling the body soften. Feeling the moonlit water in your body. As the breath comes into the lungs, expanding your abdomen, ribcage, chest. And as the breath leaves the lungs, feeling the contraction of your chest, ribcage, abdomen. And the gentle, soft lengthening of the spine. Feeling the fluidity in the spine. As you inhale, and there's a softening of your arms, back of the neck, brow, jaw. As you exhale. And gentle lengthening and a gentle softening. With the breath and with this feeling of water, movement, flowing, you can start to open your eyes. And let's move gently from side to side with the hands moving up and down the knees and the thighs. Just having a side movement, flowing your spine in one way, then the other way. Your head will be moving too. And then bring your hand down to the mat, and then over to the other side. The hand will go down to the mat. And then this time, when the first side goes to the mat, bring your opposite arm up, stretching, rounding, and then down in front of you, moving around. You can move your shoulders. So your body's really moving. Keep this flowing, fluid movement as you come around. And then the hand is down, and then the opposite arm is up. And then bring yourself back up. Opening wide the arms, opening up the chest. Bringing the hands in front, closing the hands, stretching the palms away with clasped fingers, tucking your head down. Inhale, lifting up, stretching up the shoulders, lifting through the side body, engaging your abdominal muscles. Exhale with the breath, clasping behind. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, place the hand down, forward fold. You can move your blanket or block or whatever it is, and then folding forward onto the mat, or you might be up here. That's good, whatever it is. Resting here for a moment, feeling the fluidity, the flowing of your body. You can lift one arm or kind of shoulder up, and then the other one moving from side to side, stretching out your hips, your back, the side body, wherever it's stretching for you, and then gently bringing yourself back up, hands behind, opening up the chest, neck behind, head behind if your neck's comfortable with that, and then closing, bring the legs out, flexing the feet, pointing the feet, the soles towards each other, the soles away from each other, and then back to center, opening up the toes, scrunching the toes, and then back to neutral. Wonderful. And taking your cross leg, if you were in cross-legged, taking it the other way. So now I've got the left in front before I had the right. Inhale, lengthening and lifting up the arms. And let's fold forward again. So stretching out one arm, lifting up the shoulder a little bit, and the other way. So you kind of rock it, so it's like a rocking from side to side. Lovely deep breaths. And bring yourself back up, opening up the legs. Inhale, lengthening. You might be touching your toes, you might not be. You might be up here or down to your shins. And then gently fold forward and feel a bit of a sway. So remember yesterday when we were very, very subtly swaying like we were in water. So you sway like you're in water today, but maybe the current's a little bit more turbulent. But really, the main thing is you feel into how you're feeling today, so you do it at whatever speed you wish to. And then closing the feet together, opening up the arms, your knees are wide apart too. And then folding forward. With this one actually, let's lift and shift forward. So we're coming into the cobbler where the feet are quite close to each other. Have a little wave. Side to side, just a little bit of flowing. And then gently moving up, closing the legs and over onto all fours. So your hands are below your shoulders and knees are below the hips. And we'll come into our flowing cat. Inhale up. Exhale, swooping on towards the floor. Inhale up, or the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up belly and pelvic floor. Inhaling up. You're going around in a circle with your body. Good. It's nice. Deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale up and back to neutral. Drawing out the right leg and rock back the right leg. And then lift up the leg. And if it feels okay, give it a bit of a shake. The leg can come forward. Remember, you can always have blocks here like we've done before. And exhale back, inhale forward. Stretching out the back of the leg. Going as slowly as you need to. Slightly faster pace today. If you need to go slow, please do. And then here in low lunge, you might have a blanket, rolled up blanket or something underneath your knee. We're going to come into an open stretch. So placing the right hand down next to the right foot and lifting up the left. It's like a super low Asana, side angle posture. Then placing down and then the other way. The twist. And then placing down. Then turning around the toes, coming up into the high lunge, hands at the heart. Looking straight ahead, strong back leg. And coming into crescent lunge, like the crescent moon, which we have now. Following the moon cycle, the phases of the moon, we have a crescent in the sky. Tucking in your abdomen, that's great. Lifting up pelvic floor. Hands overhead and down to the heart. And lower down. Inhale, looking forward. And then exhale, bringing your right knee to meet the left knee hip width. Turning your toes around. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, folding back into downward dog. Let's start with half downward dog with bent knees. Your chest back towards your knees. Inhale, lifting up onto tiptoes. And then exhale, down to the full expression of downward facing dog. Walking out the heels if you wish. Inhale, then lower the knees down, upward and back down into child. Resting here for a breath in child. Before moving the hands over to the left, stretching out the right side of the body. And then patting the hands back to the center. And over to the right, stretching out the left side of your body. And back to center. And gently coming back up onto all fours. Your left foot is going to go back and rock back on the left foot. Stretching out back of the leg and lift up the left leg. Give it a little bit of a shake. The left leg's going to come up to the front of the mat near the hands, on the outside edge of the hands. Inhale forward, exhale back. Deep, steady breaths. Lovely. And then coming to stillness, place the left hand down and the right hand up. Open-hearted side angle posture. Placing the right hand down, and then we're coming into the twist, so the left hand is going up. Steady breaths. And down to center. That's great. Okay, so turning the right toes round, coming up into the high lunge, straight back leg, hands at the heart. So engaging your abdominal muscles, lifting up your pelvic floor, nice and strong. Looking straight ahead and coming up into the crescent for our crescent moon. Deep breaths, lovely. Your eye gaze straight ahead, feeling soft in your shoulders and neck. Hands overhead, down to the heart. And then lowering down. And lowering the knee down. And your left knee is meeting the right knee now. Hip width apart. Inhale, look up. Exhale back into child. And slowly moving yourself up into a kneeling posture. And we're going to, from here, this is the kneeling posture, and the full expression of this pose, you have your lower legs on the outside of the upper legs. So it's like this. So if this is not possible, if you do stay in kneeling, that's fine. And there's also, you can put a cushion or blocks, like 2 blocks even underneath. So you're sitting here like this with your 2 blocks underneath, or the cushion, whatever it is. And then if this works for you, that's fine. Be careful of your knees. Make sure your knees are okay. So this gets called hero pose as well. And so taking a breath in and then exhale either here. It's just sitting here, stretching out the front of your legs, your quads, or you can place the hands behind like this. Relaxing into the posture. Or if you can, and it's okay, your knees will still be together, or your inner thighs will still be together. If they're kind of spreading out, it's time to stop or just move back up. If your thighs can still be together, and come down here. And if this one's okay for you, you can come into the full expression. It's a little bit too low for me. I can feel my knees and shins wanting to lift, or they're lifting a bit from the mat. Being super careful of your back. You don't want to hurt your back. So I'm going to come back up to here. Tucking in your abdominal muscles. And then gently moving up if you were down. And if you were in the posture, move out of the posture back into kneeling. And all of us, we can move out, our legs out. Strong, isn't it? And then we can point and flex the feet. Oh. So yeah, it's got to be okay for your knees, that one. Okay, so let us come into Gomuk Asana. So this is another one that some people can do and others struggle with a little bit. I'll turn this way, you can see me. So the full expression of the legs here, the knees over each other like that, but it might be you're like this. It might be you need to straighten your leg. So whatever it is, it's fine. If it's like that, it's fine. So just find your place. And every body is different. Some legs are not going to ever want to do this, so that's fine. And this is where we bring in the strap, if you would like a strap. So the right leg is on top, which means the right arm is on top. And you can bring the left hand on top of the right elbow. So we stay here if you wish. If that's enough for you. Stay here, stretching out your triceps. Your right hand will be kind of between your shoulder blades. Make sure you've got room for your head. You're not pushing your neck forward. If you wish, you can bring the hand behind, and it might be that you can clasp. Otherwise, taking hold of a strap or scarf or something, and you can hold like this. That can be really useful. Whatever your arm position is, you can start to move forward. So it's stretching out your right hip glute area. And then gently bring yourself back up. Lovely, and release down. Now we're taking our cow's ears, which are these ones, and we're going to change around. So your left leg is on top, your cow's horns rather. So the left leg is on top, which means the left arm is on top, and your right arm can take hold of your left elbow. Enjoy the tricep stretch. You can bring in the other stretch if you wish, which will be your right shoulder stretch as well, so you can clasp or take hold of the strap. Taking a few breaths here. And then you can forward fold. Helps to stretch out your hip a little bit. Strong on the arms, you're keeping your arms pretty straight. Elbow towards the ceiling. Well, would be if you're up. And then release, bring yourself up. Release the arms. And then release the legs. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to make our way down onto the mat. Ah, that's nice. And we'll bring the feet to the outside of the mat, the arms out, and we're just going to move the knees from side to side, stretching out the hips. Hips and thighs, that's good. And knees back to center. Place the feet down, the knees facing the ceiling, the hands by the side. Bridge posture. Start to exhale up your pelvis. So you're tilting your pelvis, peeling your lumbar spine, thoracic spine up to your shoulders. And then coming into the full bridge here. Lifting up your hips. Your knees are hip width apart, so make sure they're not going wide out like that. Take a couple of full breaths here. And then gently placing one vertebra at a time onto the mat. And resting. That's great. And we'll draw one knee into the chest and then the other. And having a little rock from side to side. Bring your hands onto your knees and take circles with the knees so that they're together. You're keeping your knees together this time and you're circling them. So you're massaging your back and then the other way. And then back to center. Coming up into happy baby. So you're either holding behind your knees, your backs of your thighs, or you're coming up with your hands at your big toes or onto your feet. And have a little rock around. So happy baby, you might have your hands inside or the outside edge of your feet. This is quite different. Just play around with what's nice. And then gently make your way down onto the mat in Savasana. So that you're taking this time to fully relax. Make sure you're warm and comfortable. You're completely relaxed. That's lovely. So your whole body can rest now. Your arms by your side, feet just relaxed out. Feeling the water bathing you, this warm, flowing water, easing any tension from your muscles, feeling a beautiful release. Your whole body can relax. Imagining the silvery slither of the moon, this crescent moon. The wonderful moonlight reflecting on the water. Whatever you'd like to imagine, maybe it's a thermal pool outside with the moon shining down, the stars shining down, or a hot tub outside. Somewhere warm, you feel deliciously warm. Your whole body can relax. Full, gentle, deep relaxation. Please carry on relaxing. Or you can turn onto your side. Make your way back up to seated. Taking a few full breaths to wake up the body. And then very gently you can bring the hands to the heart. And we'll complete with our Om vibration. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was slightly faster. Thank you so much. It's really, really lovely having you. this series. It's just so nice. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and of course leave your comments, loving them, and you can like this video if you want to. And yeah, just so nice to have you, and I'll see you again tomorrow for day 25. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, then you can just click the join button below and it will show you the exclusive membership perks. It'll be so lovely to have you on board. Namaste.